Home by Alex T. Smith, read by Miss Jackson. A house is made of boards and beams. A home is made of love and dreams. Once there was a house that was a home. And in that house that was a home lived 4 best friends. They were called 1, 2, 3, and 4. They lived happily ever after until one said, "Let's all move somewhere different. We could be pirates and sail the 7 seas." The others did not think that this was a good idea. 2 said, "I don't want to live in the sea. It's far too wet. We should all live at the top of the mountain and learn to yodelay." The others didn't think this was a good idea either. 3 sighed and said, "I don't like heights. Let's all live under the ground in the dark cave and collect creepy crawlies." This made the others feel a bit itchy. 4 had other plans. "All those ideas are silly," he said, in the very bossy voice. "We should move to the big city and go to parties and boogie-woogie all night long." The 4 friends didn't know what to do. First they thought, maybe, well, yeah, that's an interesting point. Then they argued. Then they fought. Boom, bash, crang, wallop. Finally they decided to go their separate ways. "If I'm going," they all shouted, "I'm taking the house with me." 1 took the door and stormed off to the seaside. 2 took the walls and stomped off up the mountain. 3 took the windows and scurried off to a cave. 4 picked up the floor and scuffled away to the big city. All that was left was the roof. The 4 not at all best friends started to live their new lives and were very happy at first. 1 became a pirate and sailed the seas. But the sea was much bigger and wetter than he imagined, and worst of all, his house simply wasn't a home, when it was just a door. 2 learned to yodel. She yodeled and yodeled, but all she got back was an echo. And she soon realised her house simply wasn't a home, when it was just 4 walls. 3 collected creepy crawlies in her underground cave, but she had to admit they weren't the most interesting company, and soon she found that her house simply wasn't a home when it was just some windows. 4 went to parties, but he didn't know anyone, and the people weren't very friendly. It was as if they'd never seen a badger boogie-woogie before. And sure enough, he quickly learnt that a house simply wasn't a home when it just was just a roof. All the not-so-best friends were sad and lonely. They missed their house that was a home, but most of all, they missed each other. Something had to be done. "I'm sorry," said 1. "Me too," said 2. "Me 3," said 3. "Me 4," said 4. The best again friends had a big hug, and then they set about fixing their house until it was a home once more. But they decided to add something new, something which meant they could all go to the seaside. They could all learn to yodel on the top of a mountain. They could all collect bugs in the deepest, darkest caves. And they could all go to the poshest parties in the biggest city. Now, We can go together, they said. And they did. The end.
It's my time to drive now.
I need the toilet.
Are we nearly there yet?
You're holding my map upside down.